the truth? Well, it's a question. Can you? Because the truth is, I almost failed flight school. But before I tell you how I got there, before I tell you about that, would it be okay if I told you how I got there? And along the way, I'm going to share with you the lessons that I learned that served me not only in the military, but in life and in business and in my career. Would that be helpful too? Yes. Okay, so first I have a couple housekeeping things. So whether you're on the stream or you're here live, right now, I actually want you to get out your phones. Okay? I want you to get out your phones. I'm going to use the hashtag SOAR2, success, which is on all the slides. SOAR to success. If you have a question, if you have something you like, if you have a comment, if you want to share, if you have something, put it on any social media you're on and comfortable with, and hashtag SOAR2 success. Got it? Easy. So if you're on the stream or if later there's not enough time for your question to get answered, what I'm going to do, I'm going to answer it online. Would that be helpful? Because you know how sometimes you don't want to ask the question you really want to ask? I'm the only one that happens to. Right? We're going to take care of that. Now, the other thing for those of you that have the book, if you flip open the back inside flap of the book, is a list of all my social media. And if you're on the virtual, you'll get it. It's good. Pilot speaker, it's on the slide. Okay? We're going to get you. Are you ready? Are you strapped into your seats? Yes. I was an unemployed military wife. I had just graduated from college with a degree in art, a minor in mathematics, and an associate's degree in engineering. Yeah. But we were at Fort Polk, Louisiana. Has anyone been to Fort Polk, Louisiana? There's a reason that the people who live there call it Fort Puke. And I couldn't get a job. 5 years of college, and I couldn't get a job. Oh, wait, I got a job. Working in a pizza place. 5 years of college. Yeah, I was miserable. So one night I looked at my starter husband. Does anyone else have one of those? Mm-hmm. It's okay if you're still on yours. I looked at him and I thought, if he could be in the Army, why can't I? I decided I was going to join the Army, but I wanted the coolest job possible. Yeah, I had no idea what that was. So I went on to the base and I asked around and I researched it. I said, if you could do anything, what would you do? If you had to do it over, what would you do different? And finally I asked, what's the coolest job? And it was a helicopter pilot. I said, I'll do that. I didn't know it was hard. I didn't know they'd only let women into Army aviation 10 years before, and the Army, because they're so cautious, was only letting, there's a lot of risk. The Army was only letting women in one at a time to see how it worked out. I didn't know any of that. I didn't know there weren't hardly any. I didn't know. I just knew that for the first time in a long time, something felt right. You in that place where things feel right? Isn't it a beautiful place to be at? Like, yeah. So I went out to the flight line to research it some more and talk to the pilots. And as I pulled my car off to the side of the dirty, dusty road, I got out of my car and walked down the ditch, through the knee-high grass, up the embankment to the chain link fence that protected the helicopters. And I poked my fingers through that hot gray metal. And I looked at the helicopters for the very first time. And I went, yeah. This is it. This is it. This is what I'm supposed to do. Had no idea how, but I had the vision. You know the vision? I saw myself out on that flight line, flying those helicopters in a flight suit that actually could still fit thanks to Spanx. I saw it. Here's the first thing. I didn't have to know the how to believe in the dream. I didn't have to know how it was going to happen to believe in what my career progression was going to be. You got to believe first. Your personal power of what you bring, of what your potential is. That book that you have, the P in the pilot method, is for your potential. Because if you don't believe in your potential, how can anyone else? It has to start with you. I call it the belief zone where I was then. The belief zone. It wasn't comfortable. But what do you get in your comfort zone? What you already got. Because it's where you've already been. Doing the same things you've already done. The belief zone. Believing in something different. Believing more of you. Kamsul earlier said, do something that challenges you, right? Stretch yourself. Say yes, even when that little scared person might be inside you saying, no! Say yes. Learn something new. That doesn't happen in your comfort zone, does it? Eleanor Roosevelt said, nothing amazing happens in your comfort zone because you get what you already got because you're going where you've already been. You got to do something different. That belief zone was key because when I went to the recruiter, I had to go to the recruiting station. Well, first of all, how many of you have served in the military or been a family member who have served? Thank you for your service. Please. Please. It's a big deal. It really is. But did you know that when you go into a recruiting station and you open the door to the recruiting station to walk in, the fresh air you let in, that activates their saliva glands. They get really excited. And the recruiter, he stands up, he goes, oh, we have openings for a cook today. Was I not just working in a pizza place? I looked at him and said, no. I want to go warrant officer flight training program. I had done my research. He looks at me, he says, you can't do that. But wait a second, I had my moment, right? I'm in my belief zone. The shy girl that resides inside of me, I know it's going to be hard to believe, I grew up so shy I would not call my own hairdresser for an appointment. Now I live so firmly in my belief zone of knowing what I can share with other people. The shy girl's still here. She's back in that corner crying. She's still here. This helping you, being here, what I do is way more important than being shy. That's what brings it out in me. Being in that belief zone of knowing what you can do will bring it out in you. So I have a choice. He says, you can't do that. comes down to a choice. We heard a lot earlier this morning about choices, right? Choice. I could believe him or I could believe me. Everything we do is a choice. To believe in ourselves and our ability and our potential of what we bring, or to believe in what someone else has said, what someone else believes, what someone else thinks. Here's the tip, ready? You don't have to believe what they believe. You get to choose what you believe. It's a choice. Simple, right? Not always easy. But you get to choose. So I looked at him. Here's how that choice showed up. I looked at him and I said, why not? It was a question, no attitude. Just a question with curiosity. Where has our curiosity gone? When did we stop asking why or why not? Be curious. And I said, why not? He says, well, you need perfect eyesight. I have that. Why not? Well, you need perfect physical condition. I used to have that. I haven't seen that one in a while. Why not? Well, you need a college degree. I got that. I got 3. Why not? Well, you need leadership too. I said, yeah. I have that too. Why not? Well, because, and he just kept stuttering and sputtering. You notice how they sometimes do that? And I said again, in fact, I asked him, help me out. What did I ask him? Why not? And he said, I don't know how to do the paperwork. Can you imagine if I had walked in and I had believed him instead of me? My entire life would be different, wouldn't it? Would I be a helicopter pilot? Would I now be a motivational and leadership speaker traveling all over the world? I'm booked Friday in Puerto Rico and in November in Australia. Would I be doing that? No. Would I be here with you today, making a difference? No. My entire life, my entire future changed because of the 2 questions. Why? Not 2 questions. 1 question, 2 words. Why? Not, you could read that. Just read it. Really? Why not? Why not? What is standing in my way? Be curious. Why can't I do what I want to do? So I sat in his office, I read the regulations, and I did the paperwork for him. Because here's the thing, your future is your responsibility. It's not anyone else's responsibility. It's not going to get handed to you. You've got to take the action. You've got to take the controls of the helicopter. That's your life and your future. You are in charge. You are the pilot in command of your life. Ooh, that was good. Write that down. You are in charge. Don't wait for someone else. Don't put someone else in your pilot seat, because they're going to take you to a different place than what you want for you, than what you see. Why not? Having that belief